It's now time to see what's going on in the digital streets. Netflix employees staged a walkout today following the backlash from the recent Dave Chappelle stand-up. Hundreds of trans employees of the streaming service, joined by supporters, are calling out the company co-CEO's initial reactions following the release of the polarizing Chappelle special, The Closer. Co-CEO Ted Sarandos spoke to Variety magazine on the eve of the walkout, saying in part, "I screwed up." Netflix employees have also challenged the comedian and streaming service while providing a list of demands, including removing all imagery of the comedian from Netflix. There's a very reasonable demand that people are making to have something harmful to their community taken off of Netflix. I don't believe that Netflix is going to honor that request. It seems to me that Netflix is very clearly in the Dave Chappelle business. They make money off Dave Chappelle. They get notoriety off Dave Chappelle, and they, quite frankly, find value in being attached to his name. But the co-CEO didn't just say, hey, we defend First Amendment rights. He could have just said that and left it alone. He could have just said, hey, we're like the internet. We're like YouTube. We put a lot of stuff up that's objectionable to some. But he took it further. He tried to make the case that representations don't matter. He tried to make the case that controversial speech doesn't do harm. I can't imagine him saying that to victims of certain crimes, to victims of certain atrocities. I couldn't imagine him saying that after a school shooting, for example. It'd be an awful thing to say. I couldn't imagine him saying that we'll have KKK leaders making videos, for example. He'd say, no, we have to draw a line somewhere. But it seems that when it comes to trans folk, we don't draw the line. Very often we draw a line that excludes them. What we have to do is stand in solidarity with our trans siblings. We have to stand in solidarity with everyone fighting for freedom and say, look, we're going to march. We're going to fight. We're going to resist. All right, let's move on to sports. As the NBA kicks off its 75th season, it has also been announced that there will be a celebration that lasts throughout the landmark season, including a list revealing the 75 greatest players in league history. A portion of the list was unveiled during the 75th season opener and includes Julius Erving, Charles Barkley, Allen Iverson, notice they are from Philly, and more. The list was curated by, quote, a blue ribbon panel of media, current and former players, coaches, general managers, and team executives. I am happy that we got the 75 greatest players in NBA history in a list. We need to honor that as we honor the 75th anniversary of basketball. I'm cool that many people who made the top 50 are now going to make the top 75, but we got to be honest here. Everybody who made the NBA top 50 should not be in the NBA top 75. I understand that we want to honor people who dominated their era. There was nobody better than George Mikan in his era. There was nobody better than Tom Gola in his era. I'm with you. But let's be honest. Some of these cats would not be elite players in this era. It might not be a popular opinion, but let's keep it 100. If George Mikan were in the 21st century, if he were born into this century, he wouldn't be a great NBA player. He'd be a really tall accountant. If Bill Walton were playing in this NBA, would he be one of the 50 greatest players of all time, one of the greatest 75 players of all time? Absolutely not. Would he make the pros? Sure. But he'd be really good at holding clipboards and getting water. We got to be honest. Some people transcend their era. Some people are greater than their era. Some people dominated their era so much it doesn't matter if they make a head-to-head matchup. But we got to be honest here that some of these guys just shouldn't make the list. So when this 75 comes out, we can't be grandfathering people in. Some people got to say bye-bye. Some people got to go. Because some people just don't make no sense on this list. All right. Former NBA player Delonte West. He was arrested last night after a drunk incident with police. West allegedly showed up intoxicated at a Florida police station with open bottles of alcohol. He then began yelling and banging on the glass doors. West was tased during his arrest, and he was released this morning, but now he faces charges of resisting without violence, open container, and disorderly intoxication. The ex-hooper has a history of struggling with substance abuse. Last year, Dallas Mavericks owner Mark Cuban helped get West into rehab, and things seem to be going well for him until now. This message is for Delonte West and nobody else. Delonte, you have had a long struggle with substances. You've had a long struggle with mental illness. These are not secrets. These are not surprises. You've been very public about this. I've known you since you were in college, and I've seen you grow from a college player at St. Joe's into an NBA star to someone who has hit some rough patches. Many of us were celebrating your recovery, your sobriety. Many people were applauding Mark Cuban for helping you, and many people said that's the final piece of the story, but the story's still going. You've hit another rough patch. You've hit another hole. Don't give up, though. Setbacks happen in recovery. Everybody has a setback. Everybody struggles. Don't give up on yourself. And please know that there are people out there who will never, ever, ever give up on you. A setback is not a failure. It's what it means to be human. So keep fighting, and we're going to keep fighting for you and praying with you. My brother, we love you.